Hi, hello, good morning everyone. I'm Karthik Durgavajjala of ID number 19B800321 here as a part of my Java Digital Assignment Fund to explain you about inheritance in Java, the difference between super and this, and difference between operation overloading and operation overriding. So let's get started. First, what is inheritance? Inheritance in Java is a mechanism in which one object acquires all the properties and behavior of a parent object. It is important part of object-oriented programming system. The idea behind inheritance in Java is that you can create a new class that are built upon existing classes. When you inherit an existing class, you can reuse the methods and fields of the parent's class. Moreover, you can add new methods and fields in your current class also. Why use inheritance in Java? For method overriding. So runtime polymorphism can be achieved and code reusability. And syntax of Java inheritance: class, subclass name, and code word extends and superclass name. So there are many type of inheritance in Java. And most important things are single, multi-level and hierarchy. In single, there are only two classes, main parent class and child class. In multi-level, there are multi-level of classes, like take three classes, class A, class B and class C. In multi-level, suppose the example of multi-level is that class C is a child of class B and class B is a child of class A. And the third hierarchical it's like that means that there's two childs for a single parent, like there's class A, which is the parent of class B and class C. Most important thing to note is that multi-level inheritance cannot be supported in Java. So there's no multi-level and hybrid inheritance in Java. So here's the code regarding hierarchical inheritance. There are three classes: animal, dog and fish. Animal is the parent class and dog and fish are the children class. So in animal class we have 5 attributes, private attributes: name, brain, body, size and weight. And here's a constructor which are taking these attributes and assigning them. Here we are using this keyword because mentioning this says that this name belongs to the animal class. And down we have some methods written over here. Eat, which prints out the method is called, and speed method, which prints out that animal.move is called, and it prints out the speed given by the user. And these are the getters which return the attributes declared. So this is the animal class. And now going to the dog class. This is the dog class, and extend is a keyword we use in inheritance to declare that dog is a children and animal is a parent class. So dog extends from an animal, like child extends from their parents. It also has 5 attributes: eyes, leg, tail, teeth and coat. And here's the constructor with the attributes from the parent as well as the child class. So here we use super. Super declares the parent class like this, represents the current class, and super represents the parent class. So here the name, size, weight, all those they are taken from the animal class. So whatever values declared over here in an animal class, they can be used here in dog class. So this is the advantage of inheritance, and the remaining declared in this class are assigned using this. So if we look at the method, there is chew method, and here as we see there is an eat method in parent class, and here eat method in dogs class. So this is called overriding. Same method, a method with same name This called as operation or is called as overriding. So here if we in the main function if we see we have declared dog.eat. So it refers to this class, like if we declare animal.eat, it goes to animal class. So I'll explain this in further in the video. And this eat class, it turns out dog.eat is called, and function chew it is declared up over here, and super.eat. Super.eat means it goes to the parent class over here, and this function gets called. And going down here in run method, it calls dog.run is called, and move function is called with speed 10. So if we go down here, move function is called, and it prints out dog.move is called, and move.flex is called again. So again it goes up over here. This function gets called, and super.move speed is called with speed, so 10. In super means, as I said, it goes to the parent class, and see this move function gets called animal and prints out animal.move call. Animal is moving at speed. So now let's go to the fish class. The fish class extends from the animal class, and it has three attributes: gills, eyes, and fins. And again, a constructor is called the super function over here goes to the parent class and calls all these attributes, and the attributes declared over here are assigned using this. And let's see the methods assigned over here. So move muzzles, and move muzzles is printed. Move back fin is printed. And in the swim method, these are private, so they can't be accessed by the main method. So that's why so to access these, they are declared in the method of their own class. So in the swim method, these are declared over here if you can see properly. So move muzzles and move back fin are called in this function, and move super.move with speed as argument is called. So again it goes to the animal class, and move function is called over here. So let us go to the main function. See here, these three classes are declared over here. See, this is the declaration of a class in the main function. The class name and however you want, you can write over here. So I call it your animal. New is the type keyword used when class is declared, and animal the class name, and the attributes are declared same to dog and fish. See, I have called three functions: dog.eat, dog.run, and fish.swim. So if we execute this, say first dog, let's go to dog class and see dog.eat is called, and again in this function q is called, so it goes up and prints whatever is in that function. And again super.eat is called, so it goes to the animal function and it prints out the method. So here at run, dog.run, in dog.run is called is printed over here, and next move function is called with speed 10. So going down to the move function, it is printed dog.move is called, and dog.move.flex is called, and again it goes to the animal function, and here the move is printed. See this length, and the speed is also mentioned. And now going to swim, fish.swim over here. In fish.swim, these two methods are called, and they are printed over here. And super.move is called with speed, and speed is declared here as 5. So super means we need to go to the parent class and move. So in the last one you can see this line is printed with speed as 5. So this is inheritance. See here in dog class and fish class we have used attributes declared in animal class. So we didn't declare it in the dog class or fish class. Again we have extended it. So I extended it from the animal class. So this is the one use of inheritance, and second, overriding the functions. We overwritten the same function in different classes for ease of use. So this is second advantage of inheritance. So now let us continue with the difference between operation overloading and operation overriding. First, operation overloading method. Overloading means providing two or more separate methods in a class with same name but different parameters. So a method can have same name, like in the previous one, uh, like run, eat, but they should have different parameters, like one should have one, the other should have two. So method return type may or may not be different, and that allows us to reuse the same method name. So if the return type, suppose if one is int and one is float, we can use the same name. And now overloading is very handy. It reduces duplication of code, and we need not remember multiple method names. Overloading does not have anything to do with polymorphism, but the Java developers often refer to overloading as compile time polymorphism. In other words, the compiler decides which method is going to be called based on the method name, return type, and argument list. We can overload static and instance methods also. Usually, overloading happens inside a single class, but a method can be treated as overloaded in the subclass of that also. So, in the subclass also, we can overload the method just by changing the parameter or changing the return type. And this is because a subclass inherits one version of the method from parent class, and then subclass can have another overloaded version of method class. So the rules, they should have same, if they have same method name, they should have different parameters or different return types. So now let's go to operation overriding. Operation overriding means that a method in a child class that already exists in the parent class with same signature, means same name, same arguments. As we seen in the previous code, the animal, dog, both has eat method same, like the eat method in animals has no args, and eat method in the dog class also no args. But if you mention dog dot eat, it goes to dog class. If you mention dog dot animal dot eat, it goes to the animal class. So same method with same return type, same arguments, and same name, but in different classes is called operation. It is called overriding. The method overriding is also called runtime polymorphism and dynamic method dispatch, because the method is going to be decided at the runtime by the Java virtual machine. When we override a method, it's recommended to push at the rate override immediately above the mentioned definition. This is an annotation that the compiler reads and will then show us an error if we don't follow overloading rules correctly. We cannot override static methods. We can only override instance methods only. Static methods are methods which are declared by the keyword static. And the rules of overriding, it must have same name and same arguments. The return type should also be same. It can't have low access modifiers. And the important points of method overriding are only inherited methods can be overwritten as said, and constructors and private methods cannot be overwritten. The methods that are final. Final means same as constant in C++, like their values are fixed, they cannot change. And going on here, we have two different codes. On the left side there is overriding, and on the right side there is overloading. See, in this dog class and German Shepherd class extended from dog, they have same name, same parameter, but they are in different class. So this is overriding. In overriding, they need to be in different class. And coming to overloading here, they are in the same class dog, They have same name, same return type, but the number of parameters are different. Same name, different parameters. So these are the difference between overloading and overriding. So here's a recap between these two. First, overloading provides a functionality to reuse a method name with different parameters, and overriding used to override a behavior which the class has inherited from the parent class, usually a single class, but may also be used in the child class. In overriding, it should be used in a two classes that have parent or either relationship. In overloading, must have different parameters. Here, they must have same parameters in overriding. Here, they may have different return types, and in overriding, they should have they should have same return types. And overloading, they may have different access modifiers, like public, private, it doesn't matter. And here, they should have only low modifiers. And in overloading, may throw different exceptions, but in overriding, must not throw a new or border checked exception. So this is regarding inheritance, types of inheritance, this and so difference between this and super keyword and difference between overloading and overloading. Thank you.